Art is about making change. Whether that's making a mark on a clean surface and calling it a picture, or pushing your fingers and thumbs into clay and making a sculpture. I guess back in that early 70s, 80s, we didn't really know what an artist was anyway, unless they were dead. We didn't go to museums, galleries and things like that. It wasn't part of our family life. From a big family, when the dinner table was empty, that was my spot for drawing. And then I guess you get called the artist by the family. It's a childhood thing that's just sort of followed me through. As artist in residence at Portsmouth Historic Quarter, otherwise known as the Dockyard, I was working on a huge drawing called Crowd, 17 metres by 10 metres. Spent 3 years drawing that, 2,000 years of history, just under 1,000 portraits and characters within that, telling the story of this wonderful city. It was called Crowd because the city is one of the most crowded cities, most densely populated in Europe. And the people involved in that story come from all walks of life. The more you look into it, the more interesting it becomes, and you go from one sale to perhaps 20, and you'd still run out of space. But I think that the drawing of that scale invites you in to spend time with it. It's not something you can consume in a second. There's so many details in there. Even when I look at it now, there's things I can't even remember drawing. It's something to get lost in, and something as a gift of time back to the city I love. Portsmouth's become a hometown for me. As a child, I always imagined I'd live in a castle. I had a thing about castles. I've ended up living in Castle Road, and I think I'll probably be here for life, on and off. It's a very strong community, a village within the villages of Southsea in Portsmouth. I've become deeply attached to it in terms of my friends, my neighbours, and being able to affect it as an agent of change as an artist as well.
Welcome to Castle Road. This is the official opening of the pedestrianisation scheme, and we're also here to celebrate 100 years of the city centenary. You'll see on the buntings and in the shop windows, and all the businesses here are helping to celebrate 100 years, as well as welcoming everyone into our new pedestrianised street. After 6 years of work with the Community Association, the businesses, the City Council, to try and get it to where we are now, to a closed road and open in other ways to the public. It's a community-led design project, it's community action, it's about people coming together with a dream, an aspiration, and making it. So this is my studio gallery space in Castle Road, and today we have an exhibition of the mood boards and design boards which we've been using for the last 6 years to try and get this project through the City Council to raise the funding for it to achieve what we have today. On the walls we have mood boards, design boards, which we're exploring ideas for temporary installations. For example, looking at things like Christmas lights, trying to make the street unique, and trying to create events, as you saw earlier with the Morris dancers and things, to try and bring buskers and to try and encourage a sort of an artistic, creative, cultural feel which is unique in the city. Here we've got several war heroes, First and Second World War, which we like to commemorate in a QR code that will take you to a site that would celebrate that particular person's contribution during the war.
And how do you like the community here?
Oh, no, this is very special down here. Really wonderful. Everybody, you look out there, everybody's happy. People are, happy down here.
But I have a great love for the city. I've worked in every corner of it with a broad range of nearly every community group, I suppose, over the years. It's a fascinating city. It's a cosmopolitan melting pot. There's no end of inspiration and ways of interpreting the many, many stories that make the city. And as an artist, when you're working within a particularly refined space like a city, as a hometown, yeah, you hit boundaries. This is the last day of a 6-year artist residency at Portsmouth Historic Quarter. We're just seeing the sail being de-rigged from Boathouse 4. A great team of volunteers led by Tiger, the chief rigger, to help us drop the sail and pack it up on its way onto a new journey. The last couple of years have involved lots of changes personally, emotionally, and also with lots of friends and animals and pets and things too. And one of the larger things that have happened is moving sort of out of the dockyard, sort of decamping from that artist residency and to reinvent. I'm very much a maximalist in that way. If there's a table, I'll fill it. If there's a room, I'll fill it. And it's a necessary cathartic process every now and then to purge that and sort of start again. You know, it's another journey. Yes, there's a lot of physical hard work in terms of moving and a lot of stress of moving from anywhere, a home or a studio or workplace. But you have to kind of find inspiration in that too, look on the bright side, and hopefully there'll be some great art that will come from this change. It's strange to see the studio empty again after nearly 6 years. But with all big changes, I think it's important to celebrate and mark that. And certainly for me, personally, that might be another set of tattoos, or it might be a new haircut or something. But I'm ready for change, and I'm sort of ready to embrace that with a time travel back, maybe 10, 20 years or so, underneath this great grey beard. There's a young man in there somewhere. It's probably the longest beard I've ever had. And I suppose in some ways it was a stubborn mission to not just complete the sail, but complete the residency as well. A positive act to start a new era. It marks a moment. It helps one to reinvent. So change is coming, and it's something that, although it can always feel slightly uncomfortable in its moment, you have to embrace it.